going on, YouTube? Coming back at you with another knife video. Well, actually, we're looking at my most carried knives of 2017 is what we're doing right now. And I've got them all out here in front of you. We'll just kind of talk a little bit about each one. I'm mostly doing this video just to kind of test out my new lighting setup I've got. See how, what you guys think about the lighting, see if it's better than other videos. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. As you see here, there's quite a bit of higher end knives on here, and that is tend to be what I carry most. Let's go ahead and start with probably the most carried knife since I got it, is the Hinderer MP1. And I realized I hadn't done a review, and I about just knocked out a video on this, but I kind of want to test the lighting out, see if I need to make some changes. So guys, let me know what you think. I mean, I think it's a huge improvement, but we'll find out once I upload the video and stuff. It's hard, kind of almost hard to tell when you're filming. So the MP1 I've had for a little while now, a good amount of time actually. I'm surprised I haven't done a review on it. It's been one of my most carried knives. I mean, this thing is phenomenal. I love it. It flips better than any Hinderer I've ever had. It's got amazing, when I say amazing, I mean amazing ergonomics. It's like it fits my hand so perfectly. I love it. It's a 3 1/4 inch blade. It's a flipper. It's ultra smooth, as you can see here. It's got the gray and black G10 on the scale there. And you have your titanium lock side, and it has this modular backspacer thing, which I don't really care about. I'll just keep this one on there. I don't need a bottle opener or anything like that on it, but very awesome knife. S35 VN steel. In fact, I just used this to open a couple boxes today. So the focus seems to work pretty good. And I got a new tripod setup too. Maybe I'll do a video on my setup and how I got it. I got some inspiration from Solo Knife Reviews, Randy over there. Can give me some inspiration there. But love the MP1, guys. It is so smooth. It just fits my hand perfectly. It's a great knife, and it's one of my most carried knives, and probably one of my most expensive knives. Next up is the Agreementdua. I've had a Dua many times. This is probably my third one, I think, over the years, and I always come back to this model. This is the new stonewashed CPM 20 CV variant, as you can see right there, and nice heavy stonewashing on the blade and on the handles, all titanium, very smooth. I'm talking very smooth. Oh, come on, I know I can middle finger, there it goes. Also a perfect size knife for me. If you look at the MP1 and the Dua side by side, you can tell that they're very similar in size, so it doesn't surprise me. They're medium-sized knives is what I like to call them. Dua is awesome, super smooth. Love that they upgraded the steel from S30 to 20 CV, so I had to get another one, and I've been loving it. I carry this one all the time. Next up is this Bowie. Martin Slice. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so I apologize if I'm not, but this is a Hall of Famer knife, man. This is such a great knife. This is my second one that I've had. I got it when it first came out, and I really liked it, but I think over time, it's one of those knives where you like it a lot, but it's like, oh, I had like 4 or 5 Sabenzas at the time, and it just had so many Sabenzas that I was like, and it's up there in the quality, believe me, it is. I've got a custom blue backspacer on mine, but it's one I kept seeing. I'm like, God, I need to get me another one of those things. So I found one on a used for a really good price. You can see how smooth that is. So smooth, and I picked it up for like $240. They're $300 new, and I couldn't resist it. And it's ultra smooth. I can even middle finger flick that one. It's kind of difficult with this knife, with the way the spidey hole is kind of covered by the lock bar there, but I can do it. I can fast flick it, smooth as the ocean, which is not smooth at all. This one's been quite a user for me. The blade still has been held up. All I've really had to do is touch it up, I think, on the sharp maker and strop it. All these knives actually I haven't had to sharpen, and they've seen a lot of use. We'll go with the Sabenza 21 small micarta. I did a video on this one of if I had to sell all my knives, and it still might be the case. This is probably one I'd keep. It's just such a good knife. I love the Insignia blade shape. I like S35 VN steel a lot. It's ultra smooth for a Sabenza. Nice micarta handles, gives it extra grip, and it's just a perfect size. It's a little bit smaller than the Dua and the MP1. It's a sub 3-inch blade. Oop. It's about, you know, just right around 3 inches, so it's a little bit smaller than the Dua and the MP1. I carry this every single Sunday. This is like my church knife, and it's such an elegant EDC knife that it's just, you know, you can't say enough good about the Chris Reeve Sebenzas. So I like the small 21. The Nkosi was just a little small for me. The large Nkosi is nice, but again, a little large. I wish they made like a middle size, like bat size knife. That'd be perfect, or even this Sleaze Bowie. Next up is the Southern Grind Spider Monkey in copper, and you can see it's got a pretty cool patina forming. I haven't forced it. This is natural over time, just from carrying and use and oils in my hands and elements and such sitting in my knife box. It's got a nice patina forming, and it's just amazing. I love copper. This is also an ultra smooth knife, also an S35. Do you notice a trend here? Good size, again, about the same size of the Dua, maybe a titch smaller, yeah, about the same size. So right around that mid-range 3 1/4 inch blade is just the wheelhouse, the money house for me. Fits my hand perfectly, super comfortable, ultra smooth. Again, I haven't had to sharpen it, and the scales are getting that sweet patina. This is definitely one of my most carried knives. Next one up is a newcomer. Actually, we'll leave that one for last. Let's do the ZT-0900. This is one of my favorite designs the ZT's ever put out. It's a small knife. It's smaller than all these knives, I believe. Even a titch smaller than the Sebenza. But it's such an awesome little knife. It's such a big, small knife. You know, it's beefy and stout, but the design of this knife is so perfect because this little choil, I want to call it choil, swedge here on the blade is the perfect place for your thumb. And when you get that in your hand and you put that there, you feel like you could do anything with this knife. That you have 100% control. It just fits perfectly. If you didn't have that, if you had to choke back here, it would be too small. But because of that, it's like perfection. In the reverse grip, it's super comfortable. Just a great design by Les George. Ultra smooth, nice detent, nice flipping action. There's only 2 flippers on here. That's kind of crazy. Maybe I'm going non-flipper here. Just a great, nice, classic stone washing all over. The clip matches. I love that the hardware is not a different color. Usually ZT does black, and you're like, what are you doing? Just make it the same, you know, make it silver. Bam. Did it with the 0900, and this is a sub $200 knife. I think I actually got this for really like 150 or something. 0900. All right. Last but not least is the new ZT-850. This one's probably the most surprising. I wasn't like super... I was excited because it was a design by Rexburg and Sinkovich together, and I thought, man, that thing is going to be, you know, awesome, but it's a little big than I like to carry. It's by far the largest knife on the table, but it carries so light because of the carbon fiber and the subframe lock. It's super light. It's lighter than the Hinderer. It's lighter than, or as light as the Dua. I got my scale right here. I'm going to have a hard time using my scale with this setup. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if I can even bring it on frame. 4.4 ounces on the ZT. What does the Dua weigh? It's under 4, I believe. Whoa. That can't be right. 5 point... That's a little tank. 5.2 ounces. 0900. 4.5, so it weighs as much as the 4. Okay, that's a great comparison. This knife, this big, weighs as much as that knife. That small. Again, because of the carbon fiber and the subframe lock. And you have the so smooth action of this one. It's just amazingly smooth. It just falls on itself. That amazing blue carbon fiber. I mean, I did a review and I rant and rave about this knife, and this has instantly become one of my most carried knives. Got that nice finger swedge here, is like the Les George. So, I mean, it's a bigger knife. It's no problem with the handle at all. And I've been loving it. And I've really been a big fan of the CPM 20 CV steel, since I have it in this as well. And it's been a great steel, right up there with M390 and 204P for me. Really nice steel. So that one is getting a lot of pocket time. So guys, all of these are my most carried knives so far of 2017. They're higher end knives. I have carried quite a few budget knives, but I always reach for these over those. That's just my I shouldn't say my style, my taste. I prefer a little bit nicer quality. I shouldn't say nicer quality. A little higher end, I guess, is a better way to put it. Knife in my pocket every day. So these are my most carried knives of 2017. Let me know what yours are. Let's start a conversation. Let's have it in the comments below. You know, what are your most carried knives this year? What's your favorite knife maybe that you got this year? For me, it's tough. It's probably, there's 3 of them on here, 4 of them. This one I required this one this year too, I think, maybe end of last year. That one's older. That one's older. I don't know. It's hard to say. Most likely it's probably the ZT right now. The Hinderer is so nice. So it's tough, guys. That's the beauty of knives right now, right? Is you have so many good choices to choose from in this market. And this is like my wheelhouse. I don't really dip into the mid-tech custom range anymore. You know, this is, like I said, my most expensive, and they run about $425. Everything else on here is sub 300, I believe. Oh, yeah, this is about 4-ish also. But and this one was $320, but you know, sub under $400. Most of them even under $3. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like the new lighting setup. Let me know what you think. I should have done this a long time ago. It was super easy. I just didn't really know how to go about doing it. So I want to thank Randy over at Solos and Knife Reviews for giving me a little bit of inspiration. I know he actually got it from Nick Shabazz. So thanks for those guys, both of those guys, for kind of giving me a little inspiration to do a little bit better lighting in my tabletop reviews. And let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. See you next time.